All right. Welcome to the UNIA-ACL Business Development Meeting, Division 421 in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have been partnered with Operation Hope with financial literacy courses, and we off for the night. So here we are at this meeting. We'll pick that back up next week, where we'll be talking about credit and money management. Well, during this, we will also, prior to next week, we're going to have a registration portal, though, that we're creating, so that each person will register prior to next week's meeting. Everybody who comes, they have to track who is basically listening and who's going to be in the course. So I did just want to put that out to our membership on this call, that prior to next week, to be expecting a link that you will be able to click on to register to continue to be in that training, which is normally from 7 to 8 prior to this meeting. And this meeting is at 8, where we kind of handle our business, and we do have a couple of things that we want to talk about. President John, were you ready to talk about the stocks?
Sure, I can.
Okay. Right now, I just want to do, we have 5 people here so far: myself, President John, myself, Brother Mathis, Diane, Brother Najee, and Brother Malik.
Thank you. All right, let me share my screen. So y'all can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we see.
And
they're non-members, and I will never.
Got some background. This is the stock portfolio that we have been discussing. We can pull it up on Charles Schwab, but last update was yesterday. The last update that I made, but at any rate, I've calculated the actual change in the stock as well as the percentage change in the stock. Interesting, 5%. Okay, but in totality, we're down $5, primarily due to Direct Digital Holdings, which has dropped 41%, but it's only a 6.5% portion of the entire portfolio. Most of the portfolio, 68%, is, and that's all based upon how much of each stock, how much money is in each stock. And we've got $150, $149.93 total invested. Of that, about $96, $97 is in Citizens Trust Bank. They have, their stock has increased $2 since we purchased it. They're up a little over 4%. So they've done well. Urban One has gone up 10 cents. We have 6 shares, so that's 60 cents. But 10 cents, I mean, it was a $1.89 stock. But just giving everybody a brief update on where we are, and also a comparison. I'm working on a comparison with some of the major stock exchanges, or whatever, so to speak, or stock indices. NASDAQ, S&P, I've got pretty good data for them. And one of the things that we wanted to be able to do was kind of correlate a black stock portfolio compared to mainstream stocks. So NASDAQ, S&P 500, and Dow Jones, they all calculate their numbers differently. In that time, the same amount of time of, 2 months, Dow Jones has gone up 3%. NASDAQ went down 4.8%, almost 5%. And S&P 500 went down 0.23%, so fairly stable. But some of the things to consider, utilities and real estate have done the best from a percentage basis. From a numbers standpoint, I think healthcare has probably gained the most single independent value, but just based on it, it's got a base value of 1,000. So going up 24 is a lot, but it's only 2%. Whereas real estate, which is a base value of 40, it went up 5, so that's 12.5% of its base value. But basically, what it's saying is, in the past couple months, IT has not done well, which we can also agree with. Our technology stock, Direct Digital, is not doing well, so it's not a good thing, but it's a good correlation. Real estate and utilities, as I said, have done well. We only have a real estate. We don't have a utility. Our real estate has not done well, but I actually think that is an opportunity for us. I feel like this, our real estate, I feel like will normalize and will become a profit based upon industry standards. Financials for us has done really well. Financials for NASDAQ, not much of a change. Financials for S&P 500, not much of a change either, 3%. But both of them show an improvement. Dow also showed an improvement. I don't have the percentage, but just letting y'all know we are tracking this now. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But I was gonna discuss another $50 investment, an additional $50 investment. And as I said, I would recommend RLJ Lodging. But that was my pitch.
So if we use Warren Buffett's strategy, he just let it sit there. If it's good company with good fundamentals, he just hold it for the long haul. So the time frame would be like too quick to form, a real evaluation. So the thing is to see historically how they've performed and to know that it's going to be cyclical. Sometimes it's like a roller coaster, but if it's a good company with, historically, I've just been a little bit up, a little bit down, not too much on the downside. I think we should be good.
I got you.
And I guess if it's not a big swing to the downside so far, then maybe it wouldn't hurt to distribute another $50 over the ones we selected. What was there any particular criteria that you use? I mean, aside from black-owned stock, that you could use to like pick the ones that were selected?
Just black-owned and sector.
Okay. And you pick the ones that were performing the best within the individual sector?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That sounds good. Thanks for sharing that.
No problem. But yeah. Any other questions?
So our RLJ Lodging, they went down 45 cents, which is about 4.62%. Do we know what kind of happened in the market of real estate to kind of make them drop, or in there?
Yeah, because it seemed like everybody else went up, but they went down. So what the hell are they
I haven't done that level of research. I could just see a discrepancy, and this is a hunch. So,
And my other question is, are there anything that we could do with this company to help it go up as we invest more money into them as well? I'm not. I'm just. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. You may have these answers, but it's kind of question.
on a macro scale, I would struggle to find an answer. On a micro scale, I would say supporting these Black-owned companies should help them. So Urban One should be our media source. Citizens Trust should be our bank, so forth and so on. But supporting them, I would argue, would increase their profit.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, Nike stock don't just go up because it's Nike. It's because people are buying the products. So if we support the stock owners, from a business standpoint, it should affect the stock. But again, that's a micro. That's me, you, that's the people on the call. So but that's my answer to that.
Yeah, and then that tech shouldn't have dropped like that with everything being tech these days.
Well, tech took a hit these past couple months. The NASDAQ, S&P.
Whereas
So tech, IT is your tech.
Sometimes the news.
it's gonna correct above. All right, so yeah, it's just in the cycle, it's in the dip.
Sometimes the news can have an
What's Sister Diane?
I was just saying sometimes the news, can have an impact on how it performs. Like if they're doing merges, acquisition, if there's something positive in the news or something negative in the news, it can have an impact if it goes a little bit up or a little bit down. But the key is if they've been around for a few years and they have good fundamentals, that's a good way to start with those companies. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, and one other thing to note is for Citizens Trust, and I wasn't aware of this. There is a $6.95 commission, so we paid extra $14 for our two Citizens Trust shares, but yeah.
So basically, that's a negative then.
In a sense, yes.
Yeah, if we paid 14 and it's paying what?
50 right now.
No, I'm saying how much is it paying per share?
$50 per share.
No, I'm saying we buying that $50 a share, but what is the dividend on that?
No, we bought it at $47, and we bought it here. We bought it at $47.96 plus the $6.95 commission, and the value now is $50.
Yeah, so we actually down.
Based on a commission standpoint, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what I was talking about, that little fee that they slide in on you.
That's the first time I've ever dealt with that, and that's why because the first time I didn't really understand what it was. I actually had to call them, and they had to explain that to me. But
yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's the fine print. Are there any black ETFs out there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But This is what we got right now.
Shit, ETFs.
Yeah. The funds with like a bunch of stocks in them.
Gotcha.
Instead of doing it individual, you just get the ETF and you own, you have pieces of each company without having to individually invest in each company.
When I search black owned ETF, CP impact shares, invest in the black community.
On the ETF database, go back up. Scroll down some. No, not that one. Right here. Yeah. Because ETF database actually has all ETFs on it. More inside.
NACP.
Let's see what's in that one.
3 NAACP. Huh?
That's a see what all is in that one. Minority Empowerment ETF. Analysis report pending. Expense ratio is at 49.49%. Yeah. Open 52. See the
ETFs.
low 29, high 40. Well, it's not showing which. What it holds.
Profile and price. Holdings.
Holdings, yeah.
Microsoft,
yeah, see, that ain't,
Apple, Amazon, Nvidia.
It's just black folks owning white companies. It's not a.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Black
This
folks
is NAACP, minority empowerment.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yep.
Yeah. So
15.
what's to hit the expense ratio and fees? The capital gains rate 39. God damn. And then the max is 20%, but yeah, expense 49. Recovery, the category average fact segment 48.
Might be what Digital Direct is doing though.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to do a deep dive to actually find a ETF with black companies in it.
We'll see. I don't know if it exists. I don't know if it's enough companies, honestly.
Yeah. They're not publicly traded.
I think that's where we got our list from some aspect.
Yeah. And that's the
Digital Direct.
ones that we already have.
Carver Bank Corp. They're financial. That's why we didn't go with them. Urban One, got them.
Yeah, I want to say Carver was
RLJ. Axum Therapeutics. We went with
healthcare, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah. For pharmaceutics, we got American something, American Shared Hospital.
Okay.
But yeah,
We probably need to look at starting our own, creating our own ETF. Since we can't find what we're looking for, we just got to make it.
I'm with you. That's kind of what this was about, is getting a little bit of all the Black-owned companies, and then bringing that to our people and say, hey, you know, this is a way to invest in all of these companies at one time.
Yeah.
But Mace, that's what I got. Continue monitoring the stocks. That's where we are right now. If there aren't any further questions, if any suggestions, email, chat.
Probably look at that quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that and review that quarterly.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm in ChatGPT trying, figuring out how to start our own the steps that it would take. I completely agree. Like, that's where we're going. Is to start our own. I agree with the vision, President John. I think we should kind of make it a focus. One of the main reasons I feel like one of our ways that we're gonna be able to drive these stocks is by kind of marketing our effort to have this ETF where we are supporting these businesses. And when COVID came around, they were doing like Black business swarms, stuff like that. I don't know, just some way to affect these stocks and kind of utilize it, us marketing our portfolio, our fund, and also market these businesses, and also utilize that to market the UNIA as well.
One other thing on that, if, and that's what I was, if we can truly make this successful, if we're able to invest early, those that invest early get the largest benefit, basically. If the stock does become successful and profitable, those that have, invested the longest, I feel like we'll get the largest benefit.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the earliest investing is startups, new companies. So, and that's one of the reasons I feel like we have to create the companies that's going to be in this portfolio as well, and that will also help us have a more direct effect on its management, which will have more direct effect on its growth. And can tie these companies to what we're doing. So these companies, it's kind of hard for us to get in there and see what they're doing on the operational side to be able to drive their price up or down. But when we have our own businesses that we're creating, and we have a perpetual cycle of creating businesses continually, or purchasing and acquisition, or whatever route we choose to take, but just having our own businesses, I feel like is part of the focus.
I agree.
I am putting what I got as far as the setup guide, how to do it, in the chat for us to kind of look at the steps that it would possibly take to start one. You mind sharing that, President John?
Sure.
From what I'm looking at, it's what we've been talking about all this time. Excuse me.
Screen visible. Well, makes you want to read it.
Sure.
I'm not sure my screen. Yeah.
An ETF, exchange traded fund, is a type of investment fund that holds a collection of assets. I got a screen crap right there. Stocks, bonds, or commodities. ETFs are traded on stock exchange, similar to individual stocks. They offer investors a way to diversify their portfolio because one ETF can include various assets across different sectors, industries, or markets. Key characteristics of an ETF is diversification. ETFs typically hold a range of securities, which helps reduce risk. Liquidity. Since ETFs trade on exchanges, they can be bought and sold throughout the trading day. Lower fees. They usually have lower management fees than mutual funds. I know about mutual. All right, transparency. The holdings of an ETF are disclosed daily, unlike mutual funds, which disclose quarterly. Tax efficiency. ETFs are structured in a way that tends to result in fewer capital gains taxes for investors. How to start an ETF. Create a clear strategy. Define the investment focus of the ETF, such as specific sectors, technology, healthcare, asset types, bonds, commodities, or indexes. Kind of did that, like on businesses. Decide if the ETF will be passively managed, tracking a specific index, or actively managed, where a fund manager selects the assets. What are we doing? 2, establish a trust or fund structure. ETFs are typically created as trust or investment companies. This requires selecting a legal structure compliant with financial regulations. 2, work with an authorized participant. An AP is a financial institution like a large bank or a broker dealer that helps create and redeem ETF shares. The AP manages the buying and selling of the ETF's underlying assets. Register with the SEC. To legally offer an ETF in the US, you must register with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This involves submitting detailed filings, including the ETF's prospectus and business plan. 5, partner with the custodian and service providers. A custodian holds the ETF's assets and ensures proper tracking. You'll need service providers like fund administrators, auditors, and legal advisors to manage the ETF's operation. Get a ticker symbol. Apply for a unique ticker symbol through the exchange where the ETF will be listed. Launch and market the ETF. After listing on an exchange, the ETF is ready for trading. Promote it to attract investors, highlighting its focus and potential advantages. Creating an ETF requires significant legal, financial, and regulatory expertise. So working with experienced partners and financial institutions is essential. Right. I think that's it.
It's the bottom, yeah. 2 pages.
That's it. So yeah, it was a quick ChatGPT search, how to set it up. But I think it's pretty clear. It has, in the 5-year plan, they were talking about a fund anyway. And I like it. It's kind of structured as a trust fund. It's a fund. Gives us the opportunity to get outside investments with more transparency to what we're doing because it'll be on the market. So that increased transparency would allow people to invest more with less resistance.
That's true.
So
That's
I
true.
think that upfront work is worth that. And I think that it will help increase and what we're doing and accelerate it. If we would just, I don't know. I mean, of course, it's going. All these steps will probably cost us a little bit of money to get registered and stuff like that. But that thing right there, just to increase transparency, I think is a huge enough to invest in that.
What if we take the position that we don't need their recognition?
I like that. You know me. I like that. Because with that being said, that brings me to the idea. I mean, a market, an exchange, is just a place where people can see the activity, what's going on, and we with the website we can create a market too. You know, we could create a place where businesses can register themselves to be exchanged on our market. You know, I don't want to take it too far, but I agree.
Well, yeah, I'm just wondering if we brought it to leadership and they said, hey, why do we need to be acknowledged by the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, I mean, I would hate to say it, but that our people trust white folks. Just be honest with that. Us being on there versus us doing on our own, it's sad to say more people will invest if we on there. Now,
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm not saying that's reason for us to say go ahead, we're gonna do it, but we have to take account for that loss of potential investors when we do decide to just do it on our own, or take account for the need to oversell the value or convince even harder. But
Okay. Now, just some thoughts. Brother Najee, Brother Malik, have anything? Sister Diane.
Um,
You can go ahead, Sister Diane.
okay. All right, thank you. I believe that anything that kind of keep us off the radar is good. Not that, we have to operate in secrecy or anything like that, but the call we had about the history of the UNIA, one of the gentlemen mentioned that, I guess he didn't say if it was by himself or with a team or what, that they were working on a cryptocurrency for the UNIA. Now that would be, I know it's like pie in the sky, whatever. It's not something that's readily out and available, but I think that would be remarkable. Just imagine we have our own cryptocurrency. It'll start low because they all start at pennies, and then we grow with that. And then how we would help us to increase membership on a global scale. And then, with the cryptocurrency, you're kind of operating in secrecy in a way. So I think, just for long-term stuff, I know we're talking on a different page today and we're talking about doing our own stuff and what have you, but that would be like the UNIA Black Star Line, because we're starting low and cheap and we can grow as it grows. And that should increase the membership, huge, 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 huge. So maybe we should even reach out to him and see how far he really is with it, because he was throwing out numbers, talking about what it would cost, as if he's done the research and if he's got something in the work. But he was kind of dismissive. He was like, oh, we're already working on that. We're already working on that. He didn't really want to elaborate much about it. But if they're working on it, it's good to find out and see what can be done from the rest of the membership side, and instead of just operating in silo or, reinventing the wheel. But I thought that was interesting. I just wanted to add that. It probably doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing now. Kind of like digressing out there kind of remark, but but that resonated with me, and I was still kind of reflecting on it as we talk about getting approval from certain individuals. I think, it would be spectacular.
Yes, that is. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's a separate. These are two. If we're really talking about an ETF on the market versus cryptocurrency, both of those are ideas that require a significant amount of investment. We can look to bring them together down the road, potentially a 5-year plan. But I do think we are tonight, we were just looking at right now we were just looking at the black stocks.
President John, you remember in Philadelphia with New Era Detroit?
Yes,
we
I
having
do.
that okay, all right.
Yes, I do. And that's what's crazy, But what Brother Macy's is talking about, we had that discussion. What was that? 2020? Was it 19?
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, honestly.
Maybe 2020 in Philadelphia. We were having that same discussion about how to create cryptocurrency for the UNIA, but it was just him and me, so we really didn't make it too far with that discussion. But I think it's a good idea.
Ask a question.
Brother Najee.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to learn as far as everything when it comes to stocks and everything. I'm still fairly new. Do y'all have any suggestions of what I can read up on as far as getting to know how stocks work? That way I have a better, understanding of everything and what we're trying to do in these business meetings.
Great question. I don't. I can try to think.
I do actually. I do.
Okay.
The best thing to tap into, and it's by kinfolks, but it's a YouTube show that's called EYL.
You said EYL on YouTube?
I think it's EYL, Earn Your
Yeah.
Leisure. And
Yeah, the
they
Market Monday
they have Market Monday. Yeah, that's really good.
and Ian, the one
Ian Dunlap.
the gang.
Mhm.
Bad spot. Try to get all of it.
That is a sweet
Red
show.
Panther group on
I guess just
not
but
this,
I'm
but what's the other one?
the job. I'm a machine operator currently, and I think
And
What's
there's
the question?
another guy.
all stand together. I think we should continue staying together.
Okay, so it's EYL on
Mhm.
YouTube, and they have on Mondays, you said a Monday market to
On
look at?
Monday they have a show called
Monday.
Market Monday, and the main guy that's on that is Ian Dunlap.
Yeah, I've been through 3.
Okay, I'll look that up so I can
Yeah.
try to get
But
that.
there's a lot you can learn, and you can even go back and look at past recordings.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Mm-mm.
Greetings, Baba James.
Right first.
Race first. Yeah, I think we finished what we needed to discuss. You want to let the body know about the Collard Green Festival?
Greetings, family. Just let everybody know the Collard Green Festival is available again for us to engage our community for leadership, for membership. I was speaking with Brother John and asking whether or not our division will be able to attend this year, particularly the membership department.
So I told Baba James that we just spoke maybe an hour or so ago. I told him that I'd like to bring that to the body on what level of membership or what level of participation we would like to provide on that day. This is next Saturday, not this Saturday, but September 28th.
Yeah, that'll negate the
last year we needed
president.
we needed help with security. So this year things are a little different. We don't have the same requirement for security because it's going to be downtown Decatur. So any member that shows up from the division who has a firearm is welcome to attend to help manage the circumstance. But other than that, Mama Nabantu normally offers me some space to do what I want at the festival, and I always try to include the division in any way that I can. So I don't know how we did as far as membership last year, but I do know that it was a good opportunity to get the word around.
Yeah, so Brother Malik, you were commenting.
I was saying that override the president's meeting and the other thing. What else is going on Saturday?
Probably orientation in the evening. What time will the Collard Green Festival be, Robert James?
Collard Green Festival is 12 to 7.
So we could actually have our meeting in the morning, and then go to Collard Green Festival.
Let's go.
After 12. But the question is, and I mean,
Brother John, what meeting do we have in the morning?
speaking with Brother Malik about having a president's meeting, a local president's meeting.
Okay.
So
I'll do the study the next Saturday then, instead of this Saturday. Remember, we're continuing, so I'll start next Saturday.
What time is the study? 11 to 1?
But I mean, we could do it
the meeting
following Saturday.
Meeting was at 2?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that was it.
Because we knew. No, Sister Diane, you don't have to change anything.
Yeah, that'll push. That'll.
Well,
what time is the Collard Green thing?
12 to 7.
Okay.
I say, let me see. Look at the calendar. Can we do 29th, Sunday?
Sure, that's fine. I mean, that's Sunday. You talking to me?
Brother Malik first, and then everyone else for the president's meeting Sunday.
Yeah, the 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
So just an opportunity for presidents, vice presidents get together outside of other executive offices and, make sure we all on the same page. Make sure everyone's priorities are being heard and supported. But again, tonight we were talking about the 28th Collard Green Festival.
And what
28th.
we gonna have a table or what?
Last year we had a table, yes. So I mean, it's up to us. Do we want a table? Do we want to just provide literature? What's our level of participation on day of?
At this point, I guess we just have to be out and passing out flyers, I guess.
Okay. Sister Diane? You're on mute, Sister Diane. Okay. Brother Najee, September 28th, Decatur, you said Decatur Square? Robert James?
First Baptist Church,
First Baptist Church in Decatur.
Decatur.
You said September 28th.
September 28th, yes, 12 to 7.
It's in Decatur Square.
What's that?
You said it's in the square.
No, the cab. You said AME Baptist Church, First AME.
No, it's just First Baptist Church,
First Baptist Church. Okay, that's it, First AME.
Decatur. First Baptist Church, Decatur.
First Baptist Church, Decatur, September 28th. Brother Najee.
Yes.
Church.
That you be available to support.
Yeah, I'm putting it down now. And what's the times?
12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
12 p.m. to 7. Okay.
Sister Diane, you there?
I stand with either.
Okay, Sister Diane.
Sorry about that, Brother John. I'm here.
What are your thoughts on September 28th? The cab, First Baptist Church. Do you think you'd be able to support, be able to come out and share some literature?
Yeah. Hold on. September 28th for the festival.
Yes.
That is what next hold on, let me check this calendar real quick. That is next Sunday, is it?
Next Saturday, not this Saturday.
Next Saturday. You mean to support a table? Are we gonna have a booth?
Not a booth. I don't think we're not booth ready.
Is this the one where we do the contest
What contest?
to see who has the best prepared?
Yeah, I know it's at least, it's the ice cream. Is it the ice cream only where they do the contest or just collard greens in general?
It's collard greens. The ice cream is just something that you can make from collard greens.
It's just one of the things that's there.
So far, I believe I should be able to attend. I can advise on any changes as I get a little closer, but I think I should be clear for that weekend.
Baba James, sounds like we're gonna have a promotion crew, and let us know what type of support we need to be able to provide to make sure everything is kosher.
Just bring your firearm and keep your eyes out. I mean, you guys will be walking around with flyers with applications, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Baba James. Anyone, anything else? It's 9 o'clock on the dot.
Oh, can I get an answer to my question
What was your
that I
question?
left in the chat?
You said something about where Africans.
I was asking, were Africans sold on the New York Stock Exchange?
You said, were they?
Yeah.
To my understanding, yes.
Okay.
Would you argue from that standpoint, it's something that we should not tolerate?
There's a couple of standpoints in which we shouldn't tolerate that particular idea. However, I just wanted to plant the seed of one that's a little personal to everybody.
Valid. Yes, something we have to consider as we discuss economics. We still must keep in mind race first.
Yeah, I would like to add that we talked about how there will be some Africans who wouldn't support, or they would support more because of it, because white people folks basically put their stamp on it.
Yes.
But there, like to Robert James's point, there'll also be a lot of Africans who will be happy to know that we're building our exchange, and especially if that exchange is creating an alternative to the New York Stock Exchange, so that the state that we're building our own could be another marketing effort that kind of weighs out that, you know, being got to worry about people who want to support white people. If we focus on, you know, building our own, then that should be enough people to where we can make it successful.
I got you.
And all right, well, since we're on the subject of supporting our own, is there a list of UNIA members who have or are in business locally or just within our division? Are there members that have businesses that we might be able to support as far as their resources or distribution or any of these other particular things? And in regards to starting where we're at?
Of course, there are members in our database that have businesses that we can support.
Is there like a list where we can like contact them, maybe invite them out to demonstrate what their businesses are, and collectively we can look within our division to see how our collective resources could better that particular business and or help market it so that we have additional income for our division's business needs?
To my knowledge, that has not been, I would say, organized or put together.
Okay. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I would.
As our business coordinator, could you speak to?
Yeah.
to
No, I would. I mean, to that point, it's something that must be done immediately. It must be happening immediately. I think that, and you know, shamefully, Baba James, you know, you've asked me about this, so probably a year ago, years ago. So I will definitely put that out there as well. But yeah, it's definitely something that we need to go ahead and, you know, of course we had the CPBM where they had a database, but we need our own database and see how that's an opportunity, you know, for us to be able to tap into that membership, like you said, Bobby J. So we'll get on it.
Race first.
Yeah, we're to that point. Yeah, we really gotta just take some time. But we kind of need to update our database to Ross Marvin's credits to skills, talents, and intelligence. We kind of need to go through all membership, document skills and talents they can provide. Obviously, you know, remind them to keep their membership active, and, you know, ownership in any business in any way that we can support them. I think that's something I'd like to.
Because I put it in I'm an electrician, and I put that in the CBPM, and I think I put it in the chat in here a couple of times.
Yeah, and some of that is in our membership database actually. So, but I think we just need to go through, update it, reach out to all the members, and keep it fresh.
Yeah, so
Off subject, Brother Malik, can you pull permits in Georgia?
Go ahead, Baba James.
I was asking Brother Malik, can he pull permits in Georgia?
I got somebody that does that for me.
All right, well, let's talk. We'll talk more. I got your number.
All right.
Face first.
Anything else? Mass meeting Sunday, officer training starts Tuesday, and Collard Green Festival next Saturday. Also, Race First, we'll have some wrap-up sessions on Saturdays, the upcoming Saturdays. Brother Mason, is that true?
Yeah. No, we don't have anything else. I think that database list, because we were talking about how if we do have ETF, we need to have our own business included in it, and we have businesses already. So it gives us a next step to get towards that is getting that list, like Baba James was saying, and we can figure out the next steps after that. as far as how we want to register, how we want to create our own exchange after that, how we want to market it. But first, like Baba James' point, we got our next step of organizing and finding those businesses. So I don't have anything else. Motion to move to close. Anybody else has anything?
Second that, motion move close.
President, you mind closing this out?
Sure, if everyone would, please put your black fist. And I think you kind of skipped the open, Brother Mason. I don't remember you officially opening, but
I did, didn't I?
I think so, because I was ready to repeat after you, but I feel like you just kind of went into the topic.
I did. I went back. I paused, but I never did it. You're right.
All right. Everybody put your black fist in there, repeat after me. One God.
One God.
One aim.
One aim.
One destiny.
One destiny.
Africa.
Africa.
For the Africans.
For the Africans.
Those at home.
Those at home.
Those at home.
Those abroad.
Those abroad.
Race first, family.
Race first.